Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's an absolute pleasure to be reading for you today. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're really well. I hope you're having a good day. And even if it's not a good day, does not mean it's not a good life. So keep that in mind always. But I do want to get into your reading. Just kind of a heads up, my throat's been killing me for the past few days. So I know this is going to be a short reading, straight to the point. But I do want to see what's happening mid-September for you. So let's hop into it. What do we have here for Leo? We have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. We also have emotions are running high, super moon. What else do we have? What do you need to release? Waning moon. And lastly, we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. All right, well, I do know for the month of September, the new moon is on the 14th. And new moons are all about new beginnings, but also closing out chapters of the past that no longer serves us. So I would tell you, just even too, Leo, if you just want to see on a personal level for you as an individual, look at your natal chart and see what house the new moon is happening in for you. Like for me, for an example, I'm a Libra rising. It's happening in my 12th house. So the 12th is all about the subconscious. So thought patterns, memories, things that have on the subconscious that have held me back from living the life that I want and going after my dreams are going to be coming up to the surface, so that way I can liberate myself from them. So I only say that to you so that way if you want to know specifically how this period is going to affect you, definitely check out your natal chart and see where that's at for you. Nonetheless, because it's all about new beginnings, and you, Leo, you are the sun, right? You are the brightest star in the galaxy. You are able to manifest and call in whatever the hell it is you truly want and what it is you truly desire. And this is where I'm asking you, what is it that you want for your life right now, especially when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your partnerships. But the biggest aspect of all of this, forget other people, the relationship you have with yourself. How is that relationship that you have with yourself? How are you handling yourself? How are you caring for yourself? How are you nurturing yourself? Especially when we look at relation to other people, right? Because our relationships we have with others in the outside world reflects how we view ourselves on the inside. If we have poor relationships with people on the outside and we're trying to maintain those relationships, then that tells us a lot about how we're maintaining the relationship with ourselves. So it is asking you, Leo, take a look at how you're showing up for yourself first, and then how you're showing up for others secondly. And you guys may be focused on these relationships at this time, but who's focusing on you? What is the relationship with yourself first and foremost? And the people that we have around us, are they adding value to us? Are they increasing our quality of life? And when we look in the mirror, when we look in the mirror, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, how are we taking care of ourselves? Like I mentioned, can we self-improve in some areas of our life when it comes to our own personal relationship with ourselves? Whether that is better managing our finances, cleaning up our diet, building up our self-esteem, even building better boundaries, or even caring for our needs more. How are you truly showing up? We can easily look at this person or that man or that woman, but the first relationship and the most important is going to be the one you have with yourself. Always. And for some of you guys, there may be a deepening of a relationship or even a new relationship coming up into your life, and you're being asked, Leo, to really see and evaluate if these relationships hold equal or greater value in comparison to how you view yourself and how you treat yourself. And if not, you're being asked to let these relationships go. Now, kind of on the side of that, because this is Venus energy, which also represents our money. So if you are signing any contracts, if you're taking on any new money endeavors, making important plans here, communicating with people, whether it's online, offline, please make sure that things are crystal clear. Please. Because some plans we may have set into motion back in August are needing to be revised this month in September, almost like it reminds me of fool's gold, right? What we thought would have taken off for us is now starting to show cracks. And frustration is here. And I can understand that, right? Spirit is wanting you to really surrender your frustration. And the frustration we may be feeling from dealing with some sort of mirage is a reflection point to see that we may have been trying to open a door that's not equivalent to the value that we hold and that the value we bring. And even if it seemed, let me give it like this, right? Let me give you an example. I have a brother. His name is Adrian. He is a Leo, August 15th Leo. And he's been in law enforcement for about 10 years now. And he transferred his job to a different city because the pay was greater and he thought he was going to have a better role. However, just to find out, it was a bait and switch. So that new job The pay was accurate. However, they try to put him into a lesser role that was not equal to his value and equal to his years of experience. And after realizing it was a facade, he's like, y'all not about to play me out like that. I'm gonna go back to where I was, because he was able to assess his worth and what he brought to the table, and he refused to move forward with that job because they didn't value him. They didn't see his value. They tried to lower his value, and he was not going for that. And I don't talk about my brother to bring up my life and my family, but just as a reflective point, or just even a reference so you can understand the energy a bit better. Leah, you know what's also interesting in this? There is a need to really regroup and recenter yourself, so that way you can approach the situation more calmly. It does feel like your emotions right now, Leo, may be heightened, and there may be some things triggering you, whether it's with your relationships or whether when it comes to your own value. And Spirit is really wanting you to handle your sensitivity levels and your emotions as best as you can, because again, at the center of all of this is frustrated. You're either frustrated with someone or something, and nonetheless, I want you to be free. You know, I definitely want you to be free. I want you to be happy. I want you to be free of situations that may be tearing you down, holding you back, or not meeting you at your worth, not meeting you at your value, or not valuing you, period, and in general. You know, even pulling you or putting you in places that you don't want to be. It has to be of equal or greater, otherwise it's off the table. No bueno. So some of you guys, you may be dealing with some people on the more negative end of this, where they may be backstabbing, or maybe it's people who are two-timers, right? Some of you guys may be dealing with people that are treating you like doormats and thinking it's okay to treat you that way, and it's not. It's that you already know it's not. I shouldn't have to tell you, right? And we don't need cases. We don't need no charges, Leo. We don't need you to go whooping ass every way, all the way to Sunday. Right? This is why earlier in this reading, I'm saying it's important to really work on reevaluating your relationships. And Spirit truly is wanting you to take a breath and regroup and center yourself and breathe, so that way you could take a more intellectual approach to challenges and become more strategic and problem solving, right? Being able to really clearly figure out what is the best route to take in a situation. But either way, I'm gonna just say it flat out. Either way, you can accept what's happening right now, or you can be on your way. You only got two choices, and that's life. But I feel like you are putting your foot down. You're putting a nail in the coffin, and you really are releasing yourself and freeing yourself and escaping a situation, right? And trying to find solutions, exploring your options here. It's like, this is me, this is my new self. Either take it or leave it. And this is coming back to, again, reevaluating the first relationship with yourself. And that's because you are claiming your happiness. You are wanting something that is going to be of value for you, right? But there is something here that may be inadequate, Leo, that's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not gonna work. I don't care how much you try to make it work. And it feels like whatever you guys are dealing with, it can be an uphill battle. Just like even when I'm saying what emotions are high and what do you need to release. So some of you guys, whatever you're challenged with or whatever it is that you're dealing with here, it feels like it is worthless. I'm just being honest. It's not aligned with their true goals, being honest, and it's not aligning with their value systems or even your belief systems. And that's what you're really going to be focusing on, reevaluating our worth first, and then how it relates to others and our circumstances, you know? So I think you are moving into a state of really accepting what has happened or understanding what has happened, but you're making sure that where you're moving next, it belongs in your life, right? So Leo, I know this was a very, very short reading. I normally don't do them this short, but again, my throat is really starting to burn now. But just remember, you know, releasing energy attachments really increase your energy to a higher vision of your life and purpose, and reclaiming that space and the energy within that space by removing attachments that have been occupying your life really gives you the space to fill it up with your greatest potential. And I mean that. So Leo, know that I love you. Know that I want you to take care. I want you to have a good day, a good life, a good year, a good week, a good month. And you know I always love you, so I'm gonna get out of here. Yes, my throat is burning now. Bye.